avoid you, Mr. Zombie. Gonna be avoiding you quite a bit. And we're gonna run ourselves around. I just thought there's another Resident Evil game I haven't played. I haven't played the Outbreak games. Are there any good people? Any Resident Evil Outbreak fans? Hello, puking zombies. The good thing about the pukers, they can't grab you, so you can just run right past them. Yeah, any Outbreak fans out there, let me know. Is the game any good? Might be something I pick up for cheap on PS2. Go to cash converters. Oh no, nearly ran into you. That would have been a grave mistake. Get it? Grave mistake. Because there's zombies. I'll stop now. Okay, lure him. Okay, there's another zombie here that we can... Ah! Gee, damn it. Okay, how are we doing on health? Yellow. Well, luckily we're going to a place full of herbs, so we can definitely use one of those. Okay, there's the tendril monster in the fountain. I always thought that he was a part of Plant 42. Like, just really sprouted up. And poison it with the evil Ribena. Does a little tentacle dance, and then goes flop. And flop. Okay, let's grab a green herb to heal ourselves up with. Gonna want to make sure that we got a free inventory slot here. But while we're here, we'll also take a red and a green for the road. And we also want to grab that key on the wall, which is the armor key. It's called the armor key because there's a picture of armor on it. Not the game, the actual coat of arms. I always like the... what was it? The backstory for the reason why the mansion was like this is that the owner was like a really big fan of like spy movies and escape stuff, so he just designed his house to be as big a death trap as possible. Imagine living here. Like, imagine having to explain to your guests, oh, where's the how do I get to the bathroom? Oh yeah, you gotta go through the squishing walls, then you gotta go over the spike pit, and then you have to get past my zombies. And then you can go to the toilet. You know what, I think I'll just hold it for now. Okay. I don't want to have to use my handgun if I don't have to, but for now, we'll put him down. We're gonna want to kill this one because we will have to go back through here. Okay, that's 5 bullets. And into this room we go, which is the tiger room, which is what we use the blue gem on. Look at this 3D movement. Ignore the glitchy jewel in the tiger's eye. And we get the Windcrest. Part of the great Resident Evil tradition of having doors to the next area be held back by items in 4s. Resident Evil 2 you had the plugs which were in chest shapes, and what else? You also had the, what was it, the stone things you had to put into the chief's office. What else was there? Resident Evil 4 you had to find all those pieces to the door ornament to get through the castle. Resident Evil had a lot of things, for very much a keys to get to keys sort of game. Oh, nearly forgot. Need to run back up here. Need to grab the emblem off the wall. Yoink. And I just realised I've left myself without much inventory space here. Great, I'm going to run all the way back to the box. I shouldn't have taken that red herb. Yeah, well, at the earliest I can drop off the red herb. Just making my way back. Running. Already running out of things to say. Because I'm not doing my usual style of cutting these things up into, like, you know, having definite intros and outros. Just going to be stream of consciousness recording, putting stuff in, and cutting at times to make episodes. If that makes any sense. Anywho, let us drop off the herbs. And while we're here, we'll also drop off the crest, because we don't need that for now. We also don't need the sword key, if I remember correctly. Do need the armor one, though. And let's try that again. Whoa, nearly ran into you again. Gotta remember what side you come from. And back to Rebecca and her piano playing, which hopefully by now she has figured out what song she's meant to be playing. And there's a bird tittering outside my window. Hopefully the microphone is not picking that up. Anyway, back to Rebecca we go. One thing I always wondered about this, by her figuring out the song by the time we get back, surely that means that she's been opening and closing the door over and over again by playing that song and she just hasn't noticed it.
Chris!
Yes?
You like it?
Well, I haven't heard you yet, so... Pretty sure you drew every zombie in the house to you, but go on. This is still a great song piece. One thing I have noticed is that I think Rebecca actually plays it a little bit faster than Jill does. Which I think does show like a good personality thing, like she's, you know, very excited, she's showing off to Chris her good piano playing skills. Chris looks like he's covering his mouth at the moment, it's like he's disgusted. Whereas Jill is the more calm and collected one, so she plays at a much slower tone.
Oh, that was great.
And also the door's a bit delayed. It's like it was waiting for the praise. Yeah, that's what opens it. The song has nothing to do with it, it's just the praise.
What is that?
Rebecca, have you ever seen a doorway before? Anyway, we need to take the gold emblem. Which causes the door to shut behind us. Now we need to pull a bit of a Raiders of the Lost Ark and replace it with the wooden emblem. Bye, Rebecca. Good luck understanding all that. Don't touch the wooden emblem. I so love if we walk out of here and we just hear her playing the piano again. Like, well, got nothing else to do. May as well keep playing that piano. And now we do the old switcheroo and put the gold emblem here. And the bell strikes 3. In Resident Evil Deadly Silence on the DS, you have to actually set the clock in order to get the key again to 3 o'clock, and if you set it at a time that Richard tells you later on, if you're playing the Jill scenario at least, then you can come back, set the clock to that time, and it will drop a free item. The DS version is actually a very good version of this game. Highly recommended. Probably shouldn't be too expensive nowadays. There are actually quite a few ways you can play Resident Evil now. There's obviously the PS1 original, which I'm playing. There's the DualShock not the DualShock. There's the Director's Cut, the original one, which had the arranged mode, the beginner's mode, the changed outfits and handguns and such. There's the Director's Cut DualShock edition, which has all of the stuff from Director's Cut and analog stick control, as well as having revamp controls. No. Yes, I said revamp controls already, as well as having revamp music. Ow! God darn it. Revamp music, which is the reason why I'm playing the original, Director's Cut version, because the original's music is much better compared to the Director's Cut DualShock Edition music. What I find funny is that the original claim by the Director's Cut was that the music was done by a famed deaf Japanese composer. And honestly, the music does sound like it was made by someone who couldn't actually hear what they were composing, and then it came out that he was actually faking it the whole time. He was never fully deaf. Which then leads me to wonder, A person with good hearing made the music in that game. If you ever need a reason as to why the original soundtrack is better than the director's cut DualShock version, once you finish watching this video, go on to YouTube's, search engine and look for the Resident Evil 1 basement theme. You will understand why people do not really listen to the director's cut versions, which sadly is the only one you can get onto the PlayStation Network. So the only way to hear the original soundtrack is to play either the original director's cut or to play the original game itself, which is what I'm doing. I'm playing the original version because I only have the original version on disc. That's the one I like the most. Anyway, let us grab some greenage. Take that. And we'll leave that herb there for now in case we need to come back, because we will be going back through the mansion. Richard from Bravo Team appears to have been attacked by some kind of giant platypus. That would explain teeth marks. Yeah, we're just gonna take your ammo and see you later, Richard. I'm sure you're fine. Walk it off. And up here we go. Haha, you can't get me, because you can't figure out stairs. Anyway, this is the only use for the shield key. And in here we go. And here comes one of the more famous parts of the game, hence the game, and part of the game that I really, really hope works for this time, because I do not want to die here. I really don't want to get bit in general here. We have the giant snake, Yawn. Okay, gotta figure out this guy. Okay, go, because we don't want to fight him, and we don't want to die. And we also don't want to get bitten, because in this form, one bite is instant poison. Which we really don't want, because that'll just slow us down. Oh god, I've already messed up. Damn it! I've already messed up. Well, I'm poisoned. That's gonna cost us a few minutes. And there's a poison cutscene. Now, important to mention, when we were talking to Rebecca earlier, if you told her to come with you, you have a little mini run here where you have to play as Rebecca and run all the way back to the medical room where we first met, in which point she then, brings back and we get revived right here. But because we didn't do that, Rebecca finds us and instead, as will be revealed once the cutscene loads. I wonder what this point is the only part that's voiced and has subtitles. Yep, Rebecca managed to drag us all the way back to the medical room.
Is that
I got good props for Rebecca. She dragged us all the way through a zombie-infested house to get us back here and healed.
Right?
I did it pretty quick if it meant that the poison didn't affect us.
What happened?
You were bitten by a poisonous snake. Are you okay?
Admittedly, the correct term is venomous snake, because poisonous would infer that we ate the snake.
Head is killing me.
I think you'll be all right because I gave you a shot. But please stay out of trouble.
You just put a bullet in me?
You saved my life. I owe you one.
Well, thanks, Rebecca. Okay, well, this isn't the worst thing that can happen, because at least this gives us a chance to get to a storage box. And we can put away our handgun, and we can put away the mansion key, put away that herb, put away the handgun clip, I mean, and we can take the wing crest. Yeah, we're going to be running this with no weapons. Now we need to run all the way around. I think I'll take the upper route, it's a bit safer, because otherwise we're going to have to go through the dog corridor again. Thud. 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 Okay, past the puking zombies. Haha. You have some... Ow! Serves me right for laughing. I'm on health. Still on green fine. That's also another perk of having Rebecca come and save you. She instantly puts you onto green health. So... it's a free heal up. Tweet woo. Okay, running around here because we need to get back to that upper corridor. Go Because there's another door we need to unlock. All the way at the end of the corridor where we just came from. You know, the snaky one where we got our poison-filledness with. Word good. Also, we're not going to be going into that room up there, because, well, there's nothing really we need from it. You do find Forrest's body in there, but all you get from it is a handgun clip. You don't get the grenade launcher like you do in Jill's scenario. Okay, back into a wall. Yeah, the zombie AI is not the smartest in this game compared to games like 2 and 3. These zombies will just back into a wall randomly. Okay, back to the wall. For some reason, having your back to the wall just kind of throws them off. Okay, there's a botany book on the table that explains how the herbs work. I can do that pretty quickly. The green one will heal you, the red one can be mixed with a green one to heal you completely, and the blue herbs we'll run into later will heal you of poison. These herbs can be combined. 2 greens will give you... Okay, let's say a green will heal you from, let's say, yellow fine to full. A double green will heal you from quite bad caution all the way back up to green, and 3 greens will heal you all the way from red danger to full. A red and a green will do the same thing, full heal, and a green and a blue will heal you and also cure your poison. So any damage you might have taken from the poison will be removed. Another famous room here we have the Crow Room, with the pictures in it. Okay, I think it's this picture first. Yep, newborn baby, gotta go from life to death. So we want to switch to the newborn baby. I think it's this one. No, not the young man. Picture of an infant, there we go. So press the picture of the infant. If you do the wrong order of this, the crows will attack you. They'll also attack you if you shoot at them, so don't do that. Okay, we're done the young man, now we need the middle-aged man. Wonder why they specified he's a tired middle-aged man. Could be a very active middle-aged man for all you know. And finally, we have the bold-looking old man, which should allow us to go to the one picture in this room that isn't pre-rendered, give me the piece of death, and I'll give you the joy of life. And apparently the joy of life is in the form of an emblem with a star on it. This is quite a good piece of music. This music is also in the Biohazard beta, which I played for a Freaky Game Friday quite a while ago. This is like the main theme of the entire thing. Quite a good piece of music, actually. And we have finished up with the mansion. Not sure how long it took us to do it. I'm assuming around about half an hour or so. I could probably do better if I wasn't getting bitten every 5 minutes. Yeah, I'm no speedrunner. I'm not going to be beating this game in like 57 minutes or anything. Okay, we got another dog out here. Now, important thing to know about the dogs, they will not activate if you don't run. Like, they'll go up to you, but as long as you don't run past them, you're perfectly fine. Oh god! I lied. Okay, well, you can walk up to them to a point. Okay, spam that start button. Because when you get all of these in before the dog gets us. Luckily the dog follows Final Fantasy rules, in which it will not attack as long as it's not its turn. Okay, that's that done. Oof! But there. But the wind of that dog when it went past us. That was a close one. Anyway, we've got a set of stairs here. 1 push, 2 push. Just pop our way in and push them up to that, shelf. That's it, push it to a shelf. There we go. Sadly, you can't take any of the other things in here, because they're all pre-rendered, which means you can't grab them, so no going after the zombies with that pitchfork down there. Although that does remind me of something quite funny. The Resident Evil movie that came out was originally going to be made by George Romero, who also directed some Japanese-only adverts for Resident Evil 2. and he was actually going to make quite a few significant changes to the actual game. Like, it was still going to, it was actually going to be quite close to the game in that it would take place in the Spencer Mansion, and it would concern, you know, Chris, Jill, and the Stars team. But there was quite a few differences. For one thing, Chris originally was going to be a farmer, and there was going to be a big romantic plot between Chris and Jill. Would have been interesting to see his version. The script is available online. I can't remember a lot of it from what... because I remember reading it. I remember... oh god, why did I run? Just take these, take these, take these. I should not have run. Okay, real quick. Well, I'm gonna take a bite here. Just run past them. There's blue herbs there. We don't need them for now. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. This is why you don't run when you're in the dog room.